What is going on, YouTube? Excellion here. We're taking a look at the brand new PTR patch notes that just dropped today, September 25th, and they're going all over the changes that are coming up on October 1st is when the PTR goes live. And as they state right here, they're going to be having a 2-week PTR testing period for 2.6.10. Again, that's October 1st. And so what I'm going to do today is just briefly go over the patch notes, just give you kind of a summary of what we're going to be expecting and some of the changes for this upcoming season. There's some really cool things that I'm excited about. So let's just dive right in. So it says here they're going to be conducting the patch Thursday, October 1st. That is next Thursday from today, the 25th of September. Phase 1 is October 1st, and there's going to be introducing legendary set item changes. And then phase 2 is going to be October 8th. And in that phase, they're going to be adding the seasonal theme content. So the actual season content will be taking place the second portion of this testing phase. So the phase 1 content will persist through the entirety of the PTR, as I mentioned here. So all of the new legendaries, set item changes, etc., will persist through the entire 2 weeks. So they talk about the specific PTR unique buffs. There is an increased legendary drop rate. There's also double blood shard drops, and you can buy gear for testing from, there's a special PTR vendor named GFUEL who will exchange blood shards for class specific bags full of legendary items. So make sure you guys hang on to your blood shards, stockpile them, and buy whatever gear you want. You get tons and tons of gear for the PTR. So it seems like the major changes they're going to be enacting are on the Wizard, the Crusader, and the Witch Doctor. Well, they're making some significant changes to some sets related to them. They actually state right here, make sure you focus testing and feedback on Wizard using Edge Sigils and Hydras, Crusader Steed Charge build, and then the Witch Doctor Crazy Chicken build. So if you don't know what those are, there's plenty of videos out there that you can check out that go over those builds, learn a little bit more about each individual build. Let's jump over to, you can look over the PTR testing tips if you want. This just tells you basically how to be an effective tester in the public test realm. So make sure you look through that if you're interested. And let's jump right into seasons. So it says here, this opening statement says, the shadows, they are moving and they seem animated. It is as though they had a will of their own. Whatever this trickery is, perhaps you can use it to your advantage. Let's see what the demons say when you fight side by side with your own shadow. So that's a pretty cryptic message, but down here they explain to you exactly what that means. So every time you activate a shrine or a pylon, a shadow clone of your class will be activated, will appear, and there are going to be one of 3 determined builds. This is super cool. So it'll stay with your character and it will last for 1 minute or until your character dies. So, and there's all these different variations for each character. So you can have build variation 1, 2, or 3, each one having different kinds of abilities and some set abilities that they have, some set powers that they've come equipped with. And each one of these is going to scale with your player's power level, character, stats, etc. But I will go through that on my own. I hope you guys do the same. And then for unique rewards, there is a new portrait frame. A pet will be granted to players who complete the Season 22 Guardian Journey. So those are all standard journey, season rewards and quests and things like that. And finally, this particular portion of these PTR notes are really exciting to me. There is a 4th slot being added to Kanai's Cube this season. Normally we have 3. We have one for weapon, one for armor piece, and one for jewelry. And now we're going to have one additional one, probably to add whatever item we want. So I think that's kind of cool. It almost makes me think of that other season a few seasons ago where you could put just about anything you wanted in each of the slots. It didn't have to be item or slot specific. It could just be whatever you wanted. So this is interesting to me also. They actually are making a change to Hadrig's Gift. So Hadrig's Gifts now grant all class sets, and we have a new rotation schedule. So it says this upcoming season, depending on which class you choose, Hadrig's Gifts will reward you with Horde of the 90 Savages, Aegis of Valor, Gears of Dreadlands, Patterns of Justice, Masquerade of the Burning Carnival, Mundanuga's Regalia, or Typhon's Veil. Stone Gauntlets also now drop for all classes. Paragon bonus gold has been changed to gold pickup radius at 0.1 per point, which I think is, I would say, inconsequential almost, because if you play this enough, you're going to get tons and tons of gold as it is. And there are several item changes. So there's some notable item changes here. It goes through a whole bunch of them, but we'll go through I would say the majority of them. First of all, Gelmandor's Marrow Guards is a brand new item being added, and the legendary buff is Bone Spear cast from Simulacrums deal 400 to 500% increased damage. I think we're going to be seeing a big increase in Necromancer gameplay, especially using Bone Spear. I myself might roll on Necromancer this season. The Ivory Tower, the shield, rapid multiple blocks will now scale the damage for Fires of Heaven up to a maximum of 2.5 times damage. That's a new change. Mantle of Channeling. Remove the 1-second startup before the power takes effect. Also a small change. For the Etch Sigil, while channeling Arcane Torrent, Disintegrate, or Ray of Frost, the damage of your Energy Twister is increased by 200 to 250%. And you also cast Energy Twister every second. I think that we're probably going to be seeing a lot more Energy Twister builds here, especially since they made note of that they wanted you to focus your testing on Hydra and Energy Twister builds with the Wizard. Fragment of Destiny, they changed this. Your signature spell attacks 50% faster and deals triple damage. You gain a spectral buff whenever you land an attack with the signature spell. Hydras deal 25 to 30% increased damage for each spectral stack, max 10 stacks. Valthic's Rebuke. Energy Twister now travels in a straight path and deals 300 to 400% increased damage. Also a small change. Winter Flurry. Enemies killed by cold damage have a 25% chance to release a Frost Nova. Your Hydra deals 125 to 150 increased damage to enemies in a blizzard. Wizard Spike. Performing an attack has a 25% chance to hurl a Frozen Orb. Arcane Orb deals 300 to 350% increased damage. And here's a few set bonus changes here. The 6 set piece bonus of Dulceri's Magnum Opus has been increased from 8,500 to 12,500%. That is a phenomenal increase in damage right there. That's just pretty nuts. Typhon's Veil, the 6-piece bonus increased from 1,300 to 2,000%. Hervold's Fervor, the 2-piece bonus damage from 100 to 400%. The Armor of Akan, the 6-piece bonus damage has been buffed from 1,500 to 2,000%. Roland's Legacy, the 4-piece bonus damage has been buffed from 13,000 to 17,500% damage. Also a phenomenal increase in damage. Seeker of the Light, the 6-piece of the Blessed Hammer bonus damage has been buffed from 12,000 to 15,000%. That is also incredibly strong. Really high damage there. I think we'll see a lot more Blessed Hammer builds coming out of that. Belt of the Trove. Every 4 seconds, call down Bombardment on a random nearby enemy. Bombardment deals 400 to 500% increased damage. Double the number of Bombardment impacts. Bombardment deals 400 to 500% increased damage for Mortal Drama. Manajuma's Way. Angry Chicken Explosion damage increased from 400 to 2,000%. That's a 5x damage increase from Manajuma's. I think we're going to be seeing some huge increases in chicken builds coming out of Manajuma's. The Spirit of Aircheer, the 6-piece bonus damage has been buffed from 9,000 to 17,500%. Huge damage. That's 6,500, or sorry, I can totally math. 8,500% damage for Spirit of Aircheer, as well as the Helltooth Harness. The 6-piece bonus damage has been buffed from 9,000 to 17,500%. Scrimshaw, reduce the mana cost of Zombie Charger by 75%, increases its damage by 6 to 7 times. Let's just say 600 to 700% damage. Let's just put that into perspective there. In his mantra, 6-piece bonus damage from 750 to 950% damage. The Shenlong Spirit damage bonus increased from 200 to 350%. Gungdo Gear, Exploding Palm's on-death explosion applies Exploding Palm. Exploding Palm's damage is increased by 75 to 100%. And finally, Blade of the Tribe, Warcry and Threatening Shout cause an avalanche and earthquake. Avalanche and earthquake both deal 150 to 200% increased damage. That's pretty good. It causes both of them, avalanche and the earthquake. Very cool. So here's how you sign up for the PTR. This is kind of instructions for you guys. Just make sure you start the Battle.net app. Go to the Diablo 3 tab in the left-hand menu. You click the drop-down and go to select PTR from Diablo 3, and then just go ahead and start installing. You can copy your character over as well. You can do it all in-game. Just make sure you locate the upper right-hand corner, the PTR copy button after you've created a level 1 character. Select your region, click copy, and then you'll be disconnected, and then you just log back in, and your character will be there. Easy peasy. And that is about it for the PTR patch notes. I'm pretty excited to especially experience the shadows of the past season and see what kind of crazy stuff comes out of my shadow clone, as well as the item changes. I'm particularly interested, and I think Blizzard is particularly interested in having you all test out the Wizard, the Crusader Steed Charge build, and the Witch Doctor Crazy Chicken build. It seems like that's kind of what they're wanting you to look at. Again, it starts this next Thursday, October 1st, and it will go for 2 weeks. And I imagine after those 2 weeks, we'll probably have maybe a week or two of downtime, and then the next season will begin. Thank you guys for tuning in. As usual, make sure you guys drop a comment below if you have any comments in particular about the PTR. Click that subscribe button, click the notification bell as well to be notified when I start posting content on here. I do try to post as much Diablo related content as I possibly can. Feel free to check me out on my Twitch streams at twitch.tv/Excellion, and also check out my Twitter, twitter.com/Excellion_. I will catch you guys next time. Have a good rest of your day.